Howdy, this is Lemmy with RevZilla TV, here to talk to you today about the Mustang LowDown Touring Seat for Harley. You should be looking into a low-down touring seat quite simply if you need a little bit better control on your bike because you're a little bit too short for it. These things are currently being made by Mustang for all touring bikes 08 and newer. So if you've got a late model touring bike, this is going to work out for you. Installation on these, like most seats, is going to be a snap. It's a 1 beard in our BSD, our beard scale of difficulty, our 3 beard scale indicating how hard it is going to be for you to install something on there. This thing's going to be a cinch. Let's get right into it. So externally, this looks like just about every other touring seat on the market, especially the other Mustang seats. Mustang does a great job of making the lowdown look like a normal, regular seat. You're not going to get weird lines where they're trying to move you around the motorcycle. The way they actually make this work for riders with shorter legs is by padding out here a little bit. You'll see this sets you up a little closer to the tank, which is kind of nice, but it doesn't look goofy. And then up front, you'll notice too here, it's a little narrower along this section. So what that does is basically makes your legs a little bit taller of a triangle. If you think of your legs as an isosceles triangle, it's going to make your legs a little bit taller and make you effectively taller on your motorcycle because this is a little bit narrower. It's also generally just a little bit lower, so it's scooped just a little bit lower too. So there's really 3 ways that they're helping you get a little bit more leverage on your motorcycle. It's going to move you closer to the ground, but also closer to your controls. So you're going to feel better when your feet are down or when your feet are up on your pegs. Now, in terms of construction of the seat, this thing is made very finely like all of the other Mustang products. Everybody can see here the marine grade vinyl they use in all their seats. This stuff lasts really well. It just holds up really great against the rigors of daily riding. The other external thing I love about the seat, because it is a touring seat, is this super easily installed backrest. These puppies just click right in. It's totally toolless, and there's a little spring-loaded ball detent in there that locks this puppy in, and it is adjustable fore and aft for pitch, to give you a real comfortable, tailored riding position. It's really a nice accessory you can throw on with this seat. It is available separately and makes this a standout touring seat. So in terms of the construction, we flip this puppy over. You can see this does have the fiberglass pan Mustang uses all the time. It's a super rigid pan, and I've said about 1,000,000 times before, rigid pans really do give a good ride. And it sounds counterintuitive, but a rigid pan doesn't break down. It doesn't conform to the bike. Rather, it remains firm and allows the foam on top of it to conform to you. It gives you a more comfortable ride. You can see too, they also do hold down the cover on this thing with these aluminum rivets. No rust to worry about, and like just about every other Mustang saddle, they use rubber bumpers and some carpeting on the back here. These actually serve 2 functions. Firstly, it's going to protect your paint. That's going to be important for those of you who run solo saddles from time to time. If you ever have that exposed fender in the back, you don't want it all scratched up from a seat. They're throwing a little carpet back there to protect the paint, and these bumpers also protect your frame paint as well. But the bumpers serve a second function too, and that's also a little bit of isolation. Much like your handlebars and your engine being rubber mounted, Mustang effectively rubber mounts your seat. It puts another layer of isolation between you and the vibrations coming off your mill. What that means to you is you're going to be able to go a little bit farther if you are in this saddle. So installation on this thing, like I said, is a 1 bearder. This is not very difficult. Most of you should be able to get this thing on your bike in 5 or 10 minutes. There's a slot at the front, a single point of attachment at the rear. Depending on your year, make, and model, you may wind up using a flathead. You may need a wrench. You may need a Torx driver, but really 1 tool is going to see you through the installation. As I said, 5 or 10 minutes, you should be on this thing enjoying the feel of your new saddle. I think Mustang really has a winner on their hands with this seat. If you have ever been to a Harley dealer and complains to them about being, not quite in control of your bike because you're a little bit shorter, it seems they always want to steer you into lowering the suspension, which is a really, really expensive proposition. So Mustang's looking out for you in terms of saving you a couple bucks. Even though this is not a cheap seat, it is a very inexpensive seat when you consider the other options out there for getting a little bit better control on your bike. My opinion, though, is not the only one that matters. Click below, check out what some other riders who are already rolling one of these on their bike have to say about it. If you've got a question I didn't cover, something regarding fitment or installation, get in touch with one of our geeks. See us at RevZilla.com. You can always get us on the horn, 877-792-9455. I'm Lemmy. I'm out of here.